Hello and welcome to Circle Time today. Today's letter is letter J, and letter J looks like this. Remember, for every letter in the alphabet, there are always two, a big uppercase letter and a lowercase letter. And this is the letter J. So let's try to write the letter J, okay? So let me show you how it looks. So letter J starts off looking like the number 1. It falls straight down and curves around and up, just like that. And then you give it a top. Now, some people don't give it a top. In fact, if you look at the card that I just showed you, there's no top on the big uppercase J. And either way is correct. I like to give it a top, but if you don't want to, you don't have to. But let's try to write the uppercase J on the handwriting house. So we're going to start upstairs, and then we're going to fall downstairs just like the number 1, but then we're going to curve around and back up. So there's the big uppercase J, curves around and up, and then give it a top. Let's try it again. Down and up, and give it a top. This is the uppercase letter J. Curve down and up and give it a top. Okay, there it is. That's the uppercase or big letter J. Now I'm going to show you about the little j, but first I have to tell you something. Do you remember I from yesterday? I had an itchy dot. Well, it must be catching because little j got it too. So for little j, you're going to do the exact same thing. You're going to go down and curve back up. But this time you're going to put an itchy dot on the top. Don't forget the itchy dot part. Now, little j is a teenager letter. Normally, the little letters always stay downstairs, but little j is a teenager letter that's going to hang out in the basement some. So we're going to start downstairs, and then we're going to fall to the basement and curve up, and then we're going to put the dot upstairs in the middle. So do you see how it went down into the basement? So this is the little letter J. You can try to write it if you want to. Down and around and up. Down and around and up. Don't forget your itchy dot. Okay, so let me tell you what letter J sounds like, okay? Letter J sounds like this. J, 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 as in jump. J says j, j, j. So can you tell me what J says? What does J say? J says j, as in jump. J says j, j, j. Let's try that one more time because we're going to do some blends today. So you have to know what J sounds like in order to do that. So let's say it together. And if you want to, you can stand up and jump with me. J says j, as in jump. J says j, j, j. Okay, so now we know what J says. J says j, j, j. So let's put that J with some vowels. Do you remember what the vowels are? I'll sing the song and you help me, okay? The vowels are A, E, I, O, U, A, E, I, O, U, A, E, I, O, U. These are the vowels. Okay, so now we're going to put the letter J with each of these vowels and we're going to blend them together, okay? This is a beginning reading skill. So let's put a letter J with that A. Do you remember what A sounds like? I'll give you a hint. Ah, 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 achoo. What does A say? Ah. Okay, so let's put that with the J. Here we go. J, ah. Ja, ja. Can you say that? Ja. Good job, good job. Okay, now let's put J with an E. Now, E sounds like my friend, the little old man that can't hear. Eh? What'd you say? E kind of even looks like an ear. So let's put that together. J, eh, J, Can you say J? Okay, very good. Now we're going to put J with an I. I makes this sound like this, like a sticky, icky lollipop. Eh. So let's put this together. J, eh, J, J. Can you say that? J. Wow, good job blending. All right, now O makes the sound like my friend with a sore throat that goes to the doctor, and the doctor says, say, ah. So let's put that together with the J, ah, jaw, jaw. Nice job blending. We have one more. And U is the one that makes the sound like I made on Thanksgiving when I ate too much food and had a tummy ache. I said, oh, oh. See, that looks like a full tummy. All right, so let's put this together. J, 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 like Judd. J. You can put a letter at the end. You can put letters at the end of all of these and make some words if you want to. Let's practice these blends, okay? So I'm going to say one and then you say it after me, okay? Here we go. Ja, ja, j, 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 jaw, jaw, j. Nice job blending. Now I have a new sight word for us today, and our new sight word is. That's our new sight word today. These are pre-K adult sight words, just getting ahead. So when you see this word is. Can you say is? Let me move it over here. What's this word? Is. Let me make it come from below. What's this word? Is. Let's make it drop from the sky. What's this word? Is. Nice job. Do you remember what yesterday's sight word was? Let's see if you remember. What's this word? This word is I. Good job. Remember we made a sentence. We said I can be a word, like in the sentence, I can hop, or whatever you put in, whatever you could do. So I is another sight word. Earlier this week on Tuesday, we learned this one. Do you remember what this word is? In. Can you say in? In. Nice job with your sight word practice. Okay, so that was our letter and sight word learning, and now let's move on to our number learning for today. We're going to be looking at something that starts with J. J is for jelly beans. So take a look at this, and I'll put the link so you can get this too if you want it. So let's draw some jelly beans. And we're going to see how many altogether we have. So over here on this side, I'm going to draw 3 jelly beans. 1, 2, 3. And over on this side, I'm going to draw 4 jelly beans. Will you help me count as I draw? 1, 2, 3. Let's do one more. Let's make it blue. 4. Okay, so we have 3 jelly beans over here, and we have 4 jelly beans over here. Let's count how many jelly beans all together we have. Will you help me count? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 jelly beans all together. Okay, let's try another one, okay? Let's put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 jelly beans over here. And let's put some jelly beans over here. Help me count. 1, 2, 3. Let's put 3 over here. So on this side, I have 5 jelly beans. And over here, I have 3 jelly beans. Let's find out how many jelly beans all together there are, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have 8 jelly beans all together. So this is something that maybe you want to do today to practice your counting. Maybe you can practice parts and whole together today. When you add them all together, that gives you the whole. Okay, so now I want to talk about our color for today, and our color for today is the color red. I picked red because we're going to make strawberry jam today in our class. And strawberries are what color? Strawberries are red. Can you think of some other berries that are red? What are some other berries that are red? Raspberries, good. Cherries are red. They're the strawberries, they're red. Do you know what these are? These are cranberries. Maybe you even had some cranberries for Thanksgiving. Let's sing a song about the color red and try to spell red, and we'll use some berries. Let's pick strawberries and let's pick raspberries to go in our song. Here we go. R-E-D, red, R-E-D, red. I can spell red, I can spell red. Strawberries are red, raspberries are too. R-E-D, R-E-D. So how do you spell red? R-E-D. That spells red. Okay, so now we're going to switch and talk about our shape for today. Our shape for today is the cone. We've been working on that all week. So I'm going to show you how to draw a cone. But wait a minute, a cone is a 3D shape. That means it's not flat. So how are we going to draw a cone on a flat board? Well, I'll show you how to make it look like it's 3D. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to draw an oval. There it is. You want to do it on your paper? Draw an oval if you want to, or you can just watch me. There you go. You draw an oval, and then you take your eyes and you try to find where you think the middle of the oval is. And then you just kind of trace your finger down, 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 and make a little dot right there. Okay? So remember, you get the middle of the oval and come down and make a little dot. Now you have to come to the side of the oval and draw a line all the way to the dot. Now we're going to do the same thing over here on this side. Let's draw a line all the way to the dot. Now take a look, we made a cone, and it looks like I could put something in it, like ice cream. So that's how to draw a 3D cone. Okay, so that was our shape, and I think we're finished with our main learning, so it's time to switch over and do our theme learning. And for that, we're gonna make some homemade strawberry jam. So let's see if I can share my screen and show you the strawberry jam that we made today. So here we go. See if you can see the video. Okay, we're gonna head to my kitchen. So here we are in my kitchen, and you need some strawberries and some sugar and a jar. You need 2 cups of strawberries, and they need to be washed, so let's wash the strawberries first. I'll put them in my sink and run some water on the top. Okay. Next, we need to take the little green parts off. That's the stem of the strawberry. So we want to cut that part off. So make sure you get a grown-up to help you. So you want to take all the green parts off and then cut the strawberry into tiny pieces. You're going to cut all the rest of the strawberries into tiny pieces. When you get them finished, you need 2 cups of the strawberries and pour them into a pan. And then add 1 cup of sugar. And that's it. You just take the pan over to the stove and turn it on so that it gets nice and hot. You can stir around your strawberries and sugar and then just let it cook until it gets bubbly and let it keep cooking. I'll tell you how to decide when it's done. After it cooks for about 10 or 15 minutes, you can put a spoon inside, and if it's not too runny but kind of ooey gooey, that means it's ready. See how it's just still very ooey and gooey, not too runny. So when it thickens like this, it's done, and you can pour it into a jar. It's super hot, so make sure that a grown-up helps you to do this. So pour in the strawberry jam very carefully. And then you can let it sit on the counter to cool down just a little bit. And then you can put it in your refrigerator and it'll finish hardening or thickening in the refrigerator. And whenever you're ready for it, you can have delicious strawberry jam on your toast or your peanut butter and jelly sandwich, or you can use it to give as a gift this Christmas. Okay, so here it is. There's the strawberry jam that we made. It looks really yummy. You can see that it got a lot thicker as it sat. So I hope that you have fun making some strawberry jam today. I have a story I want to read for you today. It's called The Giant Jam Sandwich. So let's take a look at this book and we'll read it together. It's kind of a funny book, so I hope that you enjoy it. And something that you can do to help me while we're reading is there are some wasps. Do you know what wasps are? They're kind of like bees. So at times I might say, let's make the bee sound like this. Bzz. So can you do that with me? Can you do it right now? Let's practice. Bzz. Okay, I think we're ready to read. This is called The Giant Jam Sandwich. It's by John Vernon Lord. Okay, The Giant Jam Sandwich. One hot summer in Itching Down, 4 million wasps flew into town. Can you make the wasp sound like a bee? Bzzz. Goodness, look at all those wasps. They drove the picnickers away. They chased the farmers from their hay. They stung Lord Swell on his bald pate. That means his head. They dived and hummed and buzzed and ate. Can you buzz again? Buzz. Oh my goodness, look at all those wasps. And the noisy, nasty nuisance grew till the villagers cried, "What can we do?" So they called a meeting in the village hall, and Mayor Muddlenut asked them all, "What can we do?" And they said, "Good question. but nobody had a good suggestion. Then Bap the baker leaped to his feet and cried, "What do wasps like best to eat? Strawberry jam! Now, wait a minute. If we made a giant sandwich, we could trap them in it." The gentleman cheered, the lady squealed, and Farmer Seed said, "Use my field." Bap gave instructions for making the dough. Mix flour from above and yeast from below. Salt from the seaside, water from the spout. Now thump it, bump it, bang it about. While they were working and working hard, some more made a tablecloth out in the yard. When they were done, the dough was left to rise till the loaf was a mountain in shape and size. They hitched it up with a bit of fuss to tractors, cars, and the village bus, and took it to the oven they had made on the hill, 50 cookers in an old brick mill. For hours and hours they let it cook. It swelled inside till the windows shook. It was piping hot when they took it out, and the villagers raised a mighty shout. "Isn't it crusty? Aren't we clever?" But the wasps were just as bad as ever. The loaf was left to cool, and then the people watched while 6 strong men took a great big saw and sliced right through. Everybody clapped, and they cut slice too. The village bus, they all agreed, would spoil the fields of farmer seed. So 8 fine horses pulled the bread to where the picnic cloth was spread. A truck drew up and dumped out butter, and they spread it out with a flap and a flutter. Spoons and spades slap and slam, and they did the same with the strawberry jam. Meanwhile, high above the field, 6 flying machines whirred and wheeled, ready for the wasps to take the bait. And then there was nothing to do but wait. Suddenly, the sky was humming. Can you help me do that sound, that bee sound again? Bzzz. All 4 million wasps were coming. They smelled that jam. They dived and struck, and they ate so much that they all got stuck. The other slice came down, kersplat, on top of the wasps, and that was that. There were only 3 that got away, and where they are now, I cannot say. But they never came back to Itching Down, which is not a waspish sort of town, but a very nice place to dance and play, and that's what the villagers did that day. What became of the sandwich? Well, in Itching Down, they like to tell how the birds flew off with it in their beaks and had a feast for 100 weeks. Well, I hope you have a great day today. Here's some fun things that you might want to do. You might want to decorate the letter J with red paint. You can make it look like jam. You might also want to practice drawing a cone. Maybe you can use jelly beans and the math mat. I'll give you a link to get it for yourself and you can do some adding. Maybe also you'd like to make some jam today. You can make strawberry jam, or look, I have blueberry jam. A friend at church gave me that. And also she gave me some pear jam. So have fun today, and I'll see you next time for circle time. Goodbye.